Peace and love, family of light. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, please like and subscribe. And I am your host, Queen Tamara. Welcome this evening. I hope everyone is surrounded by love, peace, and happiness. Hope all is well. Whew, it is the middle of the week. I don't know what you guys' week is feeling like, but it's been going by pretty fast for me and kind of slow at the same time. But I hope all is well. Looking forward for the remainder of the week and the upcoming weekend. Peace and love. I hope everything is well. Peace, beloved Monica. Greetings to you as well. Thank you for tuning in this evening. Where are you hailing from? What city? If you could put in the chat. Just like to get a heads up just to know what area people are in. And greetings, everyone. So, tonight we're talking about a really important topic, and that is purposeful living, finding your purpose. And many of us struggle our whole lifetime searching for our purpose. And I think finding that purpose will really give you a sense of meaning to your life and also bring you joy and happiness. Glendale, Arizona, welcome, welcome. Arizona is one of my favorite states. Peace and love. So glad you're with us. And so, finding your purpose is what will help give meaning to your life. All of us are born with a purpose, I believe. Um, each individual has its own unique purpose or is and their own unique destiny as well. And so your purpose and living from a place of your expressing your purpose is a very, very personal thing. It's something that you alone are responsible for doing, and no one else can realize your purpose but you. So the definition of purpose is the reason for which something is done or created or for which something exists. That is the online definition. And that pretty much sums up what purpose means to me. And two of the most important, I heard this quote years ago, and it goes something like, I'm paraphrasing, but the most important days of your life is when you the day you're born and the day you discover why you're born. And I think discovering why you were born is a part of your purpose. And each of us, like I said, has a purpose, a divine purpose, because we are spiritual beings having a human experience. And each of us has this purpose or this reason for existing or why we were created. And many of us search our whole lifetimes looking for that purpose, and some of us never discover it, or we may be living out vicariously someone else's dreams or purpose or wishes for us, and not the one that is ordained for us or planned for our soul that we in essence have planned as well. And so you have to discover what your own distinctive purpose is in life and start to live from that place of purpose. Greetings, Monster Shannon. Good to see you. Peace and balance and blessings to you as well from Michigan. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, I'm at a stage in my life now where I'm starting to re-examine and restructure some aspects of my life and my soul's purpose as well. So that's why I felt like this would be a really good topic this evening. And several other people that I've been talking to in the last few weeks are also expressed to me that they are searching for their soul's purpose. They all feel like they're at a um, major going through a major transformation in their lives and making changes with their careers, with their love life, with their home life. Everything is kind of like, just imagine if you have your life stacked together in a deck of cards, and then you take those cards, they're all neatly stacked together, and you take those cards and you just throw them up in the air and they land where they may. That's what a lot of people um, are describing to me how they're feeling right now or how their life is going right now. There's so much confusion. They things that they used to enjoy doing, they don't enjoy anymore. Their jobs are no longer bringing them a sense of purpose and fulfillment. Several people have quit their jobs or have gone out on leave or left them. Um, it's just been a lot of transition taking place. And with any change, there's going to be sometimes some tension, but a lot of us are facing a lot of the tension, a lot of adversity, a lot of confusion. Some people who are depressed, I talk to and I ask them, well, when did this depression start? And a lot of it started because they feel unfulfilled with their life, or they feel that their life is um, passing them by, or they're just like a passenger in it, but they're not in the driver's seat, if you will. So all of these things can be the result of not living in our purpose or living from a place of purpose. So, one of the keys to happiness is finding what your purpose in life is and expressing it. And like I said, each person has their own unique purpose, their own unique reason for being here. And it's up to you as the individual to discover what it is. Now, many of us are told from an early stage in our lives during childhood what we are, what we're supposed to be. Some people's parents choose their career paths. Some parents choose every aspect of the child's life, or sometimes it's dictated by your culture. And so it's up to you as the individual, as a sovereign being, to determine what your purpose is, how you're going to express it, set your own goals so that you can move towards reaching that purpose. And that is something that only you can do. Other people can give you suggestions, offer you some guidance and some help. But that path is ultimately yours that you have to walk. So finding your purpose is something only you can do. Um, so your purpose will call you. There's a time in your life where you'll feel a calling. And the calling, some of us get it several times in our lives. And you may be called to do one thing, and then years later, as you change and evolve and develop and grow spiritually, you may get another calling to do something different. Or it may be the same, similar to what the first calling, but just a deeper level of it. Or it may look and feel different, but it's really a different expression of the first calling. But the calling is a unique call to you. Your soul, I believe, will call you or guide you and lead you towards your life's purpose. And it's unique to you. It may not make sense to other people. And that's okay, because that calling is for you and is not a conference call. So your family may not understand why you make the choices you did, or why you are choosing to walk your path and towards your purpose. Your mate might not agree with it. Your friends may not agree. They may question it. They may try to deter you from your path. But the choice is ultimately yours, because this is your calling. This is your reason for being here, your reason for existing, not theirs. Now, they may be an accessory or an aid to you, or a guide or a supporter, but nonetheless, it's your decision, is your choice, is your purpose, and not theirs. So even if they don't understand and they question, or they try to guide you away from it, or make threats, or whatever the case may be, is not their life, is not their purpose, is not their calling, is yours. And so we have to stand in our sovereignty and from a place of courage, and stand up for ourselves, and be bold and courageous and fearless enough to follow the beat, that distant beat of our own drum, if you will. And it takes a lot of courage, it takes a lot of commitment to seek your purpose. But in the long run, you will feel so much better about yourself, and it will bring you joy and fulfillment. A lot of people who are struggling with things like depression, sorrow, sadness, regret is because they have not found their purpose or lived from it. I had a dear close family member that transitioned not long ago, and we had a series of talks last year. And one of the things that she told me, because she had struggled with some health challenges for years, but one of the things that she shared with me was she wasn't ready to transition, although her health was declining. She said she wasn't ready because she felt that she had not lived her purpose, or she hadn't done anything with her life. And I tried to reassure her, oh, it's not true. You did all this, you helped so many people. And she said, but I didn't do enough, or I didn't do the things that I feel I should have done or had the opportunity to do, because I've been, suffering with this health challenge for so long. And she said, all I've been is sick for a long time, and I haven't done the things that I want to do. And that really um, hurt her and troubled her spirit. And it was something that she always felt she wished she could have done different. And that is a really hurtful feeling, to go through life feeling that you didn't fulfill your purpose or your reason for being here, or you never even stepped out and sought it. So you don't want to be that kind of person. You want to start to search for your purpose, find it, and live from that space. Not only will it call you, it's like your soul will kind of like nag at you and start to pull you towards your purpose. Certain circumstances in your life will happen, and you will begin to certain events will start to line up to push you in the direction of finding your purpose. And many of us, when we come to that stage in our life, some of us get afraid, or we put limitations on ourselves, or we allow other people to put limitations on us or steer us away from our purpose. But once again, you have to stand in your sovereignty, stand in your power, be courageous, and seek your purpose on your own, because it is your own purpose. So being depressed, being sad, all of those negative, low vibrating emotions can steer you away from it. And then on the opposite side, when you start to seek your purpose and look for it and start to live from your purpose, you will feel a sense of fulfillment. It'll bring you joy, it'll bring you peace of mind and contentment. Um, it'll just bring you greater satisfaction in life. Um, Fear can block you from living in your purpose. Many of us are unfulfilled by the lives that we've been living, and we become complacent in the unfulfilling lives, especially if we have jobs that we are not satisfied with and that are not feeding our spirit and our soul. A lot of us will stay there because of the sense of security that the job gives us. And I have to remind you, jobs do give you security. Yes, this is true. But the prison system is also a form of security. They call it maximum security. So many of us feel like we're in maximum security or minimum security with our jobs. And that is also not a good feeling. I've been there. I know that feeling all too well. And we feel trapped or stuck, and we just go through the motions. You may go to work and just pretend that you're happy, or do the best that you can there, but your heart really isn't in it. Your mind and your spirit really isn't in it. You're not feeling fulfilled. You're not feeling satisfied. You're not feeling like it's purpose driven. It's just something you're doing as a means to an end, or to pay the bills, put food on the table, or it may be something that you really felt passionate about in the past and you no longer have that same fire for it, but out of fear of loss or lack or want or not finding anything better, you stay. And this also can lead to a downward spiral of negative feelings and emotions. So, um, carefully plan how you would seek something that does satisfy your soul. So don't go to work tomorrow and say, this job is not feeding my soul purpose. I'm leaving, and don't respond from just emotion. You got to carefully think it out, plan it out, start searching for something that does feed your soul and your purpose. So, how do you find your purpose? You may be asking. Um, First, if you don't know what it is and you're not sure, you're not clear, try meditating, try getting quiet, meditating, set an intention that you want to know what it is, and hopefully it will be shown to you. It may come to you in surprising ways. You may greet someone in the street and they may tell you, I think you'll be great at doing such and such, or you may see a message somewhere telling you to try something that you've always wanted to do, but you never had quite the courage or the motivation to do it. That might be your soul's purpose. You may dream about it. It may be something that you dreamed about a long time ago, and you kind of put it on the back burner, but it's always been nagging at you like that splinter in the mind, and you just always wanted. There's something that you always wanted to do, and you felt like it would be so exciting, so fulfilling, but for whatever reasons, whether it was lack or fear or self-limiting beliefs or the limiting beliefs of other people projecting their fears onto you, whatever, you decided not to pursue that and you always wish you had. So those things may be examples of how to find your purpose. But definitely try meditating, because meditating is really a great way to put you in touch with your higher faculties, and just to help give you clarity and peace of mind by quieting your mind, quieting the mind chatter. It helps you to see things more clearly and be more focused. um, Try meditating in a natural surrounding, like at the beach, in the park, your own backyard, your own porch, your under a tree, some place where it's peaceful and serene, to connect with nature. That also helps in so many ways when it comes to meditating and getting quiet and being still to listen and to hear that small voice within that's always there. So those are just some examples of finding your purpose. Um, when you do find it, and or you think you found it, it's good to kind of keep it to yourself, because sometimes others, family members, friends, associates, sometimes they will say things to deter you from pursuing your purpose. They will project self-limiting beliefs on you, their own limiting beliefs, which are based on fear, project their fear on you, tell you things like, well, you can't do that. Nobody's ever done that. Or um, how are you going to do that? Just the doubt. And you don't want to hear that when you are striving to live a purposeful life. The doubt is something that not only your dream, stepping forward to realize your purpose or to live from your purpose. So don't share it with others just yet. It's just like if you were baking a cake, you don't open the oven. You just allow it to bake and do what it does in the oven. And then when it's time, you'll take it out, let it cool off, and then you'll serve it. So right now, while you're thinking of your purpose or discovering it, think of it as this masterpiece, this cake that's in the oven, and you don't want to open the door just yet. and reveal it to everybody. You don't want it to fall. You don't want to not cook it all the way. So just leave it on the shelf, leave it in the oven, leave the door closed. Don't share it with others just yet. Um, Many people will say negative things to you when you express the need to live from your purpose. And when you say things like, I want to do something different. I'm not living the life that I want to live. They'll accuse you of having like a life crisis. They'll say, just negative things to try to deter you. And some of them mean well, but it's their own fears and limitation that they're projecting onto you. And a lot of times, um, it's family members and loved ones, and it's also because they themselves never had the courage or the willpower and the motivation to live from um, a place of purpose themselves. And so they will try to say things to shoot your dreams down, deter you from finding your life's purpose because they themselves never found theirs. So that's another reason why when you are on your journey to self-discovery, a lot of things you should keep to yourself as you go along with it. You really feel like you need to talk to somebody about it, and if you think they won't understand or they're going to say negative things, then get a journal and write about it. you know um, if you have a pet, talk to your pet about it. If you have some plants, talk to your plants about how you feel. um, just use different tools instead of talking to people that are going to say things that deter you from seeking your purpose in life. I've experienced that a lot, and a lot of it is the naysayers. Although in their minds they mean well, they're really not, because, well, they mean well, but they're speaking from a place of fear. And so the things that they're saying to you and the things that they're telling you that you should limit yourself and you should avoid, or you should just stay at that job, it has good benefits. So what, you don't like your job? I don't like mine either, but it pays good. Or what else you going to do? You getting older. You're not going to find jobs are hard to come by, especially nowadays. The economy is going through all these changes. You better stay at that job. You better do this. You're not going to leave so and so. Who else are you going to get? Your biological clock is ticking. Um, you know, just all, and the list just goes on and on and on. And they can come up with a million different ways and different reasons why you shouldn't do what your heart and your soul is telling you to do. But who are you going to listen to, them or your inner voice? And like I said, your soul will guide you towards that purpose or give you little glimpses of what it is, and it's for your highest good. So it's best when you're on this journey of self-discovery to kind of keep it to yourself, because unless you have somebody that is going to fully support your decisions and help you to reach those goals, to reach your purpose, then yes, share it with them. But otherwise, it's best to just keep it to yourself, because it's something that you're going through and you're experiencing. Um, Sometimes you have to step out on faith when you discover what that purpose is, or when you're seeking your purpose. Just step out on faith. Use your spiritual tools to help guide you. Use your not only your spiritual tools to guide you, but to help you to achieve that life's purpose. Remember, your soul has a purpose. Your soul has a incarnation objective for being here. So search that, and once you discover what it is, and you decide what goals you're going to set to achieve that purpose, then you go ahead and step out on faith, and have the faith that God's got you, and that this situation is going to turn out for your ultimate best and your highest, because you are fulfilling the objective that you came here to do. So step out on faith faith. Your faith is bigger than your fears and any limitations that you can put on yourself or anyone else can put on you. So always seek your purpose and live a life that satisfies your soul. Find out what it is that makes you happy, what brings you a sense of peace. Do you have satisfaction in your life? All of these are the questions that you need to ask if you're wondering, am I living a purposeful life? And how to find my purpose. I hope this was helpful to you all that's listening in the chat and at home. If you have any questions, please ask now while we have a few minutes. If you have any questions in the chat, please type them in. I'll do my best to answer. And like I said, this is something that I'm going through sort of in my life right now too. I had been on one track and towards my purpose, which is to, I feel, to be a healer and to help humanity. And I see that there were some changes that needed to make to fulfill my goal. Well, I had to change my goals in order to make sure that I'm working towards my purpose. So it takes time. It takes a lot of self-reflection to make sure that we are working towards what we say we want and we need to fulfill our purpose for being here. So with no questions, I want to thank you all for tuning in tonight. Please join me. Oh, wait a minute. We do have a question. Welcome, dear beloved. It says, how do I find my purpose when I'm indecisive? Oh, good question. Um, I mentioned earlier that being indecisive is a good reason to meditate. Once we meditate and get quiet and calm the mind down and quiet the mind chatter, you can kind of listen and hear and get more clarity and focus. And that should help you with being indecisive. If you have a hard time meditating, try meditating in a natural setting. Listening to nature sounds or water running while you're meditating, that can help you with discovering what your purpose is. Also, just look within and ask yourself, what is it that my heart desires most? What is it that brings me the greatest sense of joy and fulfillment? And that may be a clue, Dia, to what your purpose in life is. So I hope that helps, and thank you for asking. I like that, Monster Chantel. Yes, let it cool off, then serve it. And thank you for your contribution too, as well, beloved. Yes, let it cool off, then serve it. So think about if you just joined us, dear. I did an example earlier where I said finding your purpose you may want to keep to yourself because it's just like baking a cake. A cake is like your masterpiece that you're making, and you put it in the oven and you don't open the door until it's done. And you take the cake out, you let it cool off, and then you serve it. So you have to look at your goals and your plans in much the same way as you would baking a cake. Everything you put in the cake, those are your goals. The cake itself can be the purpose that you're looking for, and you bake it, you put it to the side, you don't share it with anyone yet, don't open the door until it's done, and then once it cools off, then you can serve it to others, or just express your whatever your purpose is. Any more questions? And if not, then thank you all for joining me this week. I look forward to seeing you next week on Mondays. It's the show, the Healing Cipher show. We're no longer on Plugged In Radio Network, so we're broadcasting live here on StreamYard on Mondays on my YouTube channel. So Mondays you can watch the Healing Cipher show. If you missed any old episodes with me and King Ade, you can watch it at the pluggedinradionetwork.com. So I'll see you all Monday, the Healing Cipher show. We look forward every week to having new exciting content, and next Wednesday for this show. Monica says this is the best explanation regarding purpose I've heard. Oh, give thanks. Give thanks, Monica. Thank you for sharing that with me and the encouragement. I appreciate each and every one of you. I hope that this information is helpful and useful for you. Please stay tuned. Please send me any comments or questions that you have at my email, astrohealingarts@yahoo.com. I look forward to seeing you all next week. Hope everything goes well for you. May you be surrounded by love, peace, good health, happiness, and abundance. Peace and love.